You're right there, guys. As you know, I've built my own kayak and I wanted to build an outboard motor. I've tried 3 or 4 different ways. I tried a little like water pump system. I tried a fan on like a fan system at the back, and I've tried other ways. Right, I was proper struggling with this because I got to a stage where I did the turnings in the coil, so it was a lot stronger. But I found that anything I put on it, on that particular motor, anything I put on it just shattered. So that's one of the problems I had. Then I've been and got a washing machine motor. I don't want that much weight on there. So I like, no, I'll scrap that idea. I'll get something else. Then I got a motor out of a leaf blower. Absolute brilliant, but it was that fast. I put a piece of threaded bar to the end and it's vibrating. I don't want that to be happening either. So I was actually struggling. And then, as you do, you sat there and I'm watching stuff on TV and whatever else, and it's like a light bulb lit up. And I was actually going to build something for when I go back to South Shields, like a rod rest. And I've got quite a lot of aluminium bar, and I noticed that the aluminium bar obviously goes down to different sizes. So if I can run it down to a different size from the kayak, put an hole in my kayak and go through the back, that was then like the idea. So this next lot of videos you're going to be watching is what idea I had, and let's see if it works or if it don't work. I don't know myself yet because I've not finished it. I'm just waiting for some stuff to be drying and whatever else. I'm just having a cup of coffee, then we're outside and putting some stuff on my kayak. So hopefully it works. If it don't work, keep trying. So you can see I'm mixing the epoxy up, 2-part epoxy. Plenty in there. I want to proper cake it in epoxy. I do not want it coming off. I don't think it'll come off, but I don't want it coming off. So join me a second. So I've just put that on, stuck it right up. It went to about here, and I've had to hammer it. I've used a hammer, knocked it on. And all I'm doing is just spinning it. Don't mind doing this 5-10 minutes. Just that epoxy sets, and then let it cure for a couple of hours. What I'm doing now is just mixing this last tube of epoxy up. Not expensive, this epoxy version. I've got a couple of tubes. I think about £3, £4. Obviously, if it does the job, it does the job. So better than me going out and buying a welder. I need a welder, but it's not an essential at the minute. So that epoxy's in there. Watch yourself with this stuff, it actually stinks really strong. It smells really strong, so best thing to do is have it ventilated. I've got window open. There you go, it's all mixed up. All ready, epoxied up. And there, and what I want to do with this, it's a bit fiddly, and I want to try to get it down the tube. And get as much of this down there as I can. I'll just fill any voids in that I'll run through. Make sure it's proper sealed and stuck. Gripping it down. Be really careful, because like I say, if it goes on work surface or anything, it's a nightmare to get off. It's horrible stuff. If it's to do that, it'll find its way down. Now that's in the tube, what I'm going to do, gravity will pull it down. Just keep spinning. 5 minutes, keep spinning 5 minutes. Stand here with a cup of tea, doing what you're doing. You see, bottom sealed, lovely. It's not got bearings, you've got to be careful with them bearings, because in there Yeah, it's not very good. Like I say, it's the first time I've built something like this, so I'm learning myself, but my other plan of action is to build some sort of wind turbine. I've got loads of these motors. People keep giving me motors to do stuff for my kayak, so I've got loads left. So my idea is to build a wind propeller to recharge my batteries, so I don't have to keep plugging them in, and I'm saving electric. Don't cost a lot to run a battery, charge a battery up. I get it, but it's my way of doing stuff for the planet, doing good things. So that's my next plan of action. My own little electrical wind turbine. So see the epoxy I've used. Does it now? There were two. I'm thinking about £4. We bought it in South Shields. We went to South Shields. So not really expensive for what it is. You don't get loads, but you can do little odd jobs. And I found that this is a really good one to use. So right, it's all epoxied up for it. Now I've got to wait for it to dry. I'm one of them people that I can't wait. I'm one of them people that I've got to do that. I want to get on canal, I want to do this, I want to do that. That's what I'm like. So I've got another little project outside I need to do to kayak. Is I bought some matting stuff a few weeks back from, believe it was Aldi. It's like yoga matting stuff that all connects together. Brilliant stuff. Good for young kids in the bedroom playing on it, or on the garden, so they don't hurt themselves. So the idea is that I'm going to put it on the bottom. So when it rains, like I say, if I go out on kayak, I'm not usually that far away, but if it rains, it fills up with water. I've noticed that, and obviously my stuff's getting wet. So it's about ½ inch deep. It's got all holes in it, so it stops my stuff obviously water go bottom, so my stuff getting wet. It's going to get wet because it's hard to rain, but just little ideas I keep having. So while I'm waiting for this to dry, that's what I'm going to be doing. Another thing to bear in mind, that I put my hand around that. I'm just boiling the kettle, but I put my hand around that, and it's really warm. Obviously that's the epoxy working, so just be careful of that, people, because obviously if you touch it, you're not going to burn yourself. It's a shock when you touch it, so just to bear in mind these things. So let's start doing the other projects I've got, and then we'll come back to this one. Right, this is where we're at the moment. I've cut the piece of pipe. That's going to sit in the kayak, in the back of the kayak. I've had to allow. There was something there for something else. I've had to take that out. I can fill up with rubber. RTV rubber, not a problem. And that's my rudder. So I've got to allow for this to work. So this is my next part of working out. And there's my motor going in. I want to fill all these bits with rubber or whatever, just to fill them up a bit. I need another piece of wood up front, and that's where it comes out at the back. As you can see there, I'm struggling because it's starting to rain a bit. Like I said, I've run that through. That piece of pipe won't make it longer. Got one inside. I have to lift this motor out. Built a frame, so that's a little bit of wood. Another bit of wood here. One across and one across. I've rubbered that in. Obviously that has to dry, but I'm going to put a couple of screws through, hold all that in frame, and then whatever's in here I'll fill with rubber. I'll go and buy 3 or 4 tubes of rubber if need be. I'm not bothered about that. It's not expensive for that rubber I get. Just hold it all in place, and then that runs through the channel and then comes through back. What I've done is I've cut that length, so obviously that goes out at the bottom of the kayak, and I've put one all the way through, and put another all the way through, and put 2 bolts in that'll hold that piece on, and then that'll go down to the next piece, and should be ready. It's raining outside, so I'm gonna let it stop raining and then carry on. Just going through my box fan, right size nuts, bolts and washers. These are all washers and nuts and bolts. They all look brand new. All that stuff that I save and take apart. I might need it for a rainy day, so it's definitely raining and I definitely need them today. Sadly I looked through all these and I've not got 2 bolts the same, and obviously like I said, different weight on this. If it's any different weight, this might spin different. I don't want that to happen. So I had some 8mm bar. So I've done cut two exactly the same length. And these will go in there. This one holds a bit bigger. Right, I've done my propeller. That's off a fan. I've bent it how I want it. Might want changing. I've drilled through. It comes like on a piece of aluminium, solid aluminium. I've drilled through, put a bolt through it to hold it on. The little solar lights on there as well. So this is where we're at a minute. I've ground these down, make sure they're the same. 4 rolls. And I've cut these off, and that's going to sit. In there, like that. And just like I said, the piece part comes around the back, and then the next piece will be going on there with a propeller. There we go, just wants wiring up. Let's put that bracket back on. That comes through. Remember the gaping hole in the back, all filled. Just filled it with rubber, and I've put a piece of pipe, aluminium pipe, in that there. That's just catching on in there. It's not a problem. I'll wear away that, but that spins. So now I need this bit doing, and it's ready. While I'm waiting for it to dry, round back, I've got this matting of the day. I'll have that in there in the middle. So let's go in with this. This is where I'm up to at the minute. Got all flooring in. Battery just welting it down. That bit there needs doing. I've got a bike bit and there's a bit in there that he's doing as well. Wait for that to dry tomorrow. Time to tidy up. Still waiting for this to dry. This bit down the back, but I'll just put the propeller in. Obviously my motor's there. You'll hear it grinding a bit. There's a bit of RTV rubber got stuck down the pipe, but that's going to come out. There's nothing right. Let's hold it there a second. That piece of alley pipe down there, I might take that out once it's dry. Obviously I didn't want it to get stuff on it, but I know it spins a bit faster than that. But at the minute I'm happy. There we are. That folds down so you can see out. It does shut. Lights are working. Just rewired all my Bluetooth speaker back up again. As you can see, these lights are working. There you go, they're on. Front lights on. So now we can go out in night. This has been damaged, but I'll repair that bit. A little minion and my little man. See what it's like tomorrow.